Archana, we recently saw a film of yours released in Vancouver called Jala.
Right.
I understand that was your first film.
Mm-hmm.
How did you land up in that film?
I landed up the usual way, screen test, a very tough one, and I got it.
Did you read about it somewhere?
No, I knew about it because I knew the producer, I knew the director, and I was there while they were doing a couple of story sittings. I was there when they had screen tested about 35 girls, models of Bombay, and even some girls from Madras. And at the last moment, I got a call from Gulanand, the producer's office.
Yeah.
And he says, will you come for a screen test? So I ran home. I was somewhere else. I ran home, got my makeup. I rushed there. I spent 100 rupees on a cab. I couldn't afford it then. And I got in front of the camera. I delivered my lines.
It was worth spending 100 rupees.
I think even if I had to spend 1,000 rupees, I think it would have been worth it. And
Before you went into this film, what were you doing?
I had done a TV serial. I had basically made all my appearances on television. I had done one major serial where I was the lead, that was Mr. Ya Mrs. That was the reversal of roles, husband and wife. Then I'd done 3 episodes of Karamchand.
Was it a copy of Mr. Mom?
Yes, right. Yeah.
And then Karamchand?
3 episodes of Karamchand, where I played a double role. You know, a Punjabi girl and a very westernized, very fluently English-speaking girl. So I did that. That was something new on television, a double role. You know, nobody had done it till then.
Why did you just do 3 episodes? Was it...
There was a finishing episodes of Karamchand till it came back again.
And now you're not acting in it?
No, not at the moment. It's gone off again now. They finished.
Well, people who act in TV serials, do they usually act in Hindi films as well? Or is it a taboo?
No, it's a trend now. It is a trend now. It's upcoming. That if you're recognized on television, you're considered a good artist. And some producers, some very adventurous directors and producers come up with film offers. But believe me, they're not as good as the ones that they get on television.
Really?
Because film producers are still very, very wary of, approaching somebody who's, minimized or,
seen on a small
yes,
screen.
on a small screen.
Yeah. This particular role of yours in Jalwa, did you enjoy doing it?
Oh, terrific. It was terrific. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
The publicity of that film was...
tremendous.
Was
yeah,
tremendous.
that is Gulanand's baby, totally all the way.
Did you enjoy doing the songs? Because those were the most beautiful part of the whole film, I think.
To tell you the truth, I had nothing, I had a little bit more than just the songs, very little bit more. So I had no choice but to enjoy whatever I was given. I had about 5, 6 songs. I enjoyed doing them. I think it's like what Nari said, it's fantasy. Since I was a kid, I guess, I think most kids, fantasize about them singing and dancing and etc., etc. So I indulged in my fantasy and I had a ball doing it, no regrets.
Have you signed up any new films after the release of?
I have signed some films and I'm in the process of signing some more.
Feature films?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything for Hiba?
At the moment, I've just finished one for Hiba.
Hiba? Hiba? Hiba, you don't know what Hiba is?
Oh yes, of course I know what Hiba. Yeah, I was pulling your leg. I've just finished one.
I asked a wrong question.
No, you didn't.
No, I see.
I've just finished one for Hiba. That's Abhishek, and it's in the process of editing and dubbing and all that. Should be out another 2 months or so.
Hiba has this reputation of producing almost pornographic films.
Is that so? I wish you told me earlier because I wouldn't have touched it then.
I
don't think so, no.
The first film was, no, it isn't?
No.
Oh, that's the main reason why I haven't been seeing any of Hiba's movies.
No, believe me, the one that I did for Abhishek had nothing pornographic, absolutely,
No?
Not at all, no. Very, very clean film.
Yeah, the first film which came to Vancouver had the publicity saying Shingora. That was one of,
I did a guest appearance in that film, yeah.
Yeah, and that was titled as a soft porn.
Soft porn?
That's right.
Good Lord.
No,
I don't think so.
No, I didn't see that film, so I cannot comment on it.
Nari's going to throw a fit after this.
She bought 3 cakes, but still a cow. She saw them in slow motion.
I was just pulling your leg. I won't use that on television at all. No.
Yeah.
Archana, after doing Jalwa,
Yes.
You have signed quite a few films, right? You've also done a film for Hiba.
Yes.
What was your role like in Hiba?
It was terrific.
Was it?
It was something totally new, and I was very skeptical about really signing this film. You know how it is in the Indian industry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing a video film. No, 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 no. You're going back to the small screen from the big screen, etc., etc. So they become wary of you. But when I heard the role,
Yeah.
I heard the script, I said, I want to do it. I'll take the risk, whatever it is, but I want to do it. It's terrific. When it comes out, I think everybody's going to agree with me. My role was terrific, and the film has a totally new look about it. Something different about it.
Does the Hiba video banner, does it produce films which are socially oriented films, or are they the same, similar sort of films which are produced for the big screen, like feature films?
Look, I'm the kind of person, I don't like to intellectualize everything, you know. It's talking about social comment and fantasy and commercial cinema and art cinema. I think these definitions are meant for, you know, coffee table discussions, etc., etc. I don't believe in indulging myself in this.
Okay.
So if Hiba Films has any social comment to make, and if it's making them in its films, I really don't know, because to tell you the truth, I have only seen part of Shingora, and I have only seen the dubbing part of Abhishek. So I'm not very you know, clear about what Hiba Films is doing. But I wouldn't like to comment on it because I really haven't seen it.
What would you as an artist want to do in the Indian film industry? What sort of contribution would you like to give?
I'm in it for the fun of it. I enjoy acting.
And money?
Yes, the money's good. I mean, that's if you start, you know, going
That's
up,
right.
yeah, upwards. It's good. It's fun. It's a fantasy world. You indulge yourself in whatever you know you fantasize about. And to hell with the social comment and this and that. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. Art films and all that, I'd leave them to the coffee table
arty
discussion.
people.
Yes, I'm not arty at all. I'm very down to earth. That's it.
Is it very difficult, filmmaking? Is it very difficult learning, you're cramming your lines?
No, not at all.
Getting into all that?
No. Look, either you got it or you haven't.
So you think you have?
Yes, definitely. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today.
Have you done stage acting before you
No,
got
never.
into?
My first, the time that I first stepped in front of the camera was Mr. and Mrs. I was given my lines, say this, you're a young urban housewife, say these lines, this is your husband, meet him, etc. And that's how I started.
How long would you like to stick around in this film industry?
As long as I enjoy it. I think I'm going to enjoy it a long innings.
There are these different norms put on males and females. A woman gets married and she then quits the film industry, no more films because she's got to start producing kids, so on and so forth.
Today, I think a lot of women are producing kids. Forget marriage, they're producing kids. That's
Period.
it. Yeah. So I don't know where marriage comes in. Although, okay, I don't go by that. But marriage is not on the cards for me as yet. And as I said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to stay here for as long as I want. And I think what I'm going to want is another 10 years at least, minimum.
At least, eh?
Yeah, at least.
And who have you signed the films with? What sort of heroes?
I've done Abhishek opposite Aditya Pancholi. And I've signed a film opposite him now. It's for a South Indian producer, director. And there's one opposite Dharmendra. And a couple more. The heroes are not finalized for that.
The film against Dharmendra, with Dharmendra, are you his heroine, the main heroine?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? I mean, he is a guy who is nearing 50, or
Right.
is he already 50?
I don't know.
And he acts as a 20-year-old guy who's just come out of college or school.
Not
and-
any longer. I don't think. I
Yeah?
think he's taking more of those Godfatherish roles, you know,
Yeah?
where he plays the senior He-Man, etc. And they do always have another supporting cast, another hero, maybe younger than him.
Who will be paired with you?
No, I'm paired opposite Dharmendra.
You are?
Yeah.
And you find comfortable acting with him?
I find it comfortable. Look, sometimes you have to, when you're taking a close-up shot of, somebody's taking a close-up shot of yours, you have to emote to a, wooden tree or something like that. The hero is not actually opposite you.
That's
So if I have to emote opposite Dharmendra, I think it's much better than a tree. I mean, I'm a big fan of his, so I think I'd love to do this film with him.
Have you started working on that film yet?
No, I think they're going to go on the floors in May.
How long does a usual Hindi film take, and how long does a Hiba video film take?
Hiba video is almost a trendsetter. It's very quick, and so are the new films in feature films today. They're also very quick. 6 months, 7 months, they're on the floors and they're complete.
Would you like to work in 3-4 films at the same time?
I wouldn't like to. I would love to do it the way you do it in the West. One film at a time. But look, let's face it. I'm not going to get paid as much as the people abroad get paid, so that you can support yourself in style for 1 year on only one film. And people over here think if you've only got one film in hand, you're a has-been, you know, nobody wants you. So unless I tell people I'm signing films left, right and center, they're not going to believe I'm in the market. They're not going to believe me when I say that I've, out of choice, refused 10 films and I've only got one film in hand. People talk about, oh, you know, so-and-so, she's only got one film in her hand. Or, you know, so-and-so, he's not got any film at all. They will not believe that you're doing out of choice. Here, it's a herd, you know, you have to do everything in bunches, in huge lots. And that's the way it is.
So you've got your priorities right.
I've got my priorities right. They go wrong sometimes, but I come back on the mainstream again.
I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you very much.